Good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. We are back with the next day of the MGSR Twin Snakes Very Easy Tournament. I am Nick RP Green, and I am joined by the wonderful Theory.
Hello, hello. Back for another week.
We've got a set of very exciting games for you this evening. So we're just checking to see if the runners are ready to go, and they are. So the countdown is now going, and we should see them getting started very, very shortly. So this is losers round 2, which means that whoever is the winner of today's race is going to go on and continue through the losers bracket. Sadly, the person who loses today's race is out of the tournament, and we've got JosephJoestar on your left and Hau5test on your right.
Should be a fun run.
The losers bracket here starts to get a bit interesting when you've got runners who are really, really closely seeded. You know, Joe at seed number 8, House seed number 7. So this should be a really close race. Should be fun.
Yeah, we should see some good stuff come out of this.
Don't forget your predictions, folks. The channel point prediction is now live.
Is there somebody there?
Make sure you get those in before it runs out. It's not like you're going to be doing much else while these guys just wait for the elevator.
It's always nice to see how creative people can get in this area while we wait.
Is there somebody there? Who is this?
Quite interesting here from Joe. He's got it. So just looking at the prediction now, there is a clear favourite at the moment, but there's still plenty of time to get your points in. And here come the elevators.
I think everybody's lost all their points, haven't they? Not sure who's going to win, and it's been a really good tournament. It's been good to see some people you wouldn't have thought that might have pulled some really good runs out. And we've seen a few new tricks being found as well, which is good.
And that's the importance of these tournaments, getting more people involved and getting more people playing the game. It inevitably breeds creation and creativity, and that's exactly what we've seen from this. And a little bit of a special one this evening. Both runners have opted to go for the Tuxedo Save Pack. So they will have the bandana and stealth gear in their equipment.
Nice.
Because this will be you unlock the tuxedo after completing runs after saving Otacon and Meryl, and then in your third run you find that Snake has got a tuxedo, Meryl has got a sneaking suit, and the ninja has a funky red suit instead. Whilst the stealth camo and the bandana are in their inventories, they are completely forbidden from using them. They must not equip them at any point.
Bit of a James Bond thing. And with the M9, the fact this game has an M9 in it, kind of just makes it all complete.
Well, as usual, there's not really too much to say as we wait for the players to really get into the meat of this first section. We get a nice decent look at Snake in the tuxedo over here. Down into the holding cells. Just a little bit more button mashing. And then Very soon we're going to see the first. Well, we may see attempts of the first new trick that was found for the run. It's called the SOCOM roll.
Seems like it's worth going for. You don't lose anything by the looks of it for attempting it. So.
A popular method of trying it is to pause buffer, and luckily the in-game timer does pause when you pause the game as well. So there's no harm in using a pause buffer to try and grab it. The idea here being that you try and roll out of the cell at the right angle to roll into the SOCOM that's already there waiting for you. It means when the fight starts, that SOCOM is replaced by some ammo, and you can very quickly dispatch the first few guards, and you don't have to go down to the locker. And it just makes the first 3 guards much quicker.
Looks like they're lining up for it.
House has got his eyes on it. This, by them both looking like this, it looks like they're just going to go for the roll. They're not going to go for the pause buffer.
Let's see who gets it.
Don't think Joe actually went for it. Let's see. Hau will get it. Joe didn't actually look like Joe was trying for it. The important thing here, Hau's struggling a little bit. He has to make sure that he kills the last guard at the very least with a
Don't
headshot.
talk to me like a rookie.
The
I'm telling
animation
you,
for a
shoot.
guard getting trying to grab the ammo. We had a bit of trouble there, so Joe's going to take an early lead.
I was running the wrong way.
I get the feeling he didn't think he'd grab that ammo. He's got more ammo in the room. He's got plenty of ammo in the room.
I don't think Joe knew about the trick last time. Last time I did commentary with him. I mentioned it. He was
Alright, as House just comes to the end of his. So, small lead by Joe. Nothing too drastic.
No, House managed to bring it back a little bit there, I think. When he didn't realise he picked up the ammo, he was able to get back and kill the guards quickly.
Right, so onwards to the first boss. This is going to be Ocelot. And Ocelot is usually reason number 1 people complain about Twin Snakes being a bad remake. And it's a completely valid argument. It's not a particularly interesting or exciting boss for a speedrun. But that's not to say that you don't have to make sure you've got your eye on the ball. And see how these guys get on. Joe first. Good first shot.
Nice. Clean.
That was really clean.
Yeah, the M9 makes this fight very trivial. It's just 3 headshots.
Oh, House has just slightly mistimed his second shot there. Nice finish though. All right, 1 boss down, several bosses to go. Joe opting to call Meryl straight away from inside Warehouse North. Sorry, Warehouse South, I should say. Not even Warehouse, Armory. You know what, I'm going to shut up.
Too much Metal Gear.
Too much Metal Gear. You can never have too much Metal Gear.
It's true. It doesn't matter about the names. We all know what you're on about.
All right, as Joe makes his way over to run killer number 1, the laser room. We'll see which method. There's pretty much three methods of getting through the laser room. There's the really slow method, there's the fast method, and then there's the really fast, dangerous method. Let's see what Joe goes for. And he's gone for the fast method.
I think most people go for that. I think it's a little bit safer, right? Even though it still maintains some speed.
I think with his timing was really good. I think he could have gone for the second roll. House just taking it a little safer with the crouch there. And yeah, same for House. All right, Joe on to run kill number 2. It's time for the M1 tank. Not quite sure about Joe's positioning here, but he seems to have the tank locked in place. No, it's good, it's good.
See how you like this?
And what about House? Oh, Joe just missed that first shot on Gunner 2. He gets the second shot in nicely, but is the tank going to start moving now? Oh, just as House also gets a body shot on Gunner 1.
That's going to be a lot harder for Joe to hit the headshot. While this tank is constantly moving.
House is already running over to the right without really... I'm not quite sure what House's plan is here, but he's... Oh, this fight is going to get away from him here. Oh, another body shot. Oh, this is not looking good for him. This is going to give Joe a big lead here.
Yeah, this hasn't gone too well for House on this second gunner.
He gets the first headshot. He can't see the guard. And do not be fooled here. Trying to hit this guard whilst the tank is moving is no easy feat. He seems to have him in a decent spot. Nope, the tank's moving away again as Joe gets ready for the Nikita.
This is a big run killer here.
Oh, he gets it. But that is a hefty lead for Joe here.
There's still plenty of game to go. House can catch up. Hopefully, see if he gets an alert here. No.
Let's get his through. Alright, just as House makes his way away from the tank, Joe's about to make his way into the ninja fights. Here we go. A reminder, runners are going to try and keep the ninja in phase 1 for as long as possible. Get this really funky red outfit. Kind of reminds me of Vision, actually.
I think we'll find this isn't the ninja, it's Spider-Man, as some people mentioned in the chat.
This is a really good combo from Joe. He's landing the Nikita kicks. It's a little low on SOCOM ammo.
Managing to keep consistent with the distance, so...
And leaves him a really nice amount of health to finish. Because they have to put Ninja into phase 2 in order to beat him. So you bring him all the way down as low as you comfortably can. So he's only got one hit left to do. You should just roll into him and that'll be the end of the fight. That was really good from Joe.
Yeah, very clean. I don't think he got knocked down at all, which is pretty good, actually.
Joe's reward is a nice long set of codecs and cutscenes, just as House gets started with his ninja fights.
Not as far behind as it seemed earlier after that tank fight. Pretty close again.
And he's keeping his combos up here as well.
Getting him locked into that corner, which is really helpful for getting those combos down.
Just struggled a little bit there, but some really nice positioning. Joe there with the shot on Mario. I'm not sure with 4 ammo, Joe. You really want to be using your ammo like that.
Hey, he's just going for that RNG manipulation for later. It's all good.
House struggled a little bit just to get the last combo off, but he's pretty much there. As long as he lands this roll, he should be fine.
Nice.
He's good.
Pretty clean. Very clean from House as well. It keeps the gap smaller than it was earlier with the tank fight. So he's now heading to Psycho Mantis.
With only 2 bullets left, I think it's probably a safe bet that he's going to be going for couch strat. He's going to struggle with Vase with only 2 bullets. Of course, so we see Meryl with the sneaking suit. This is the other bit that you get with this.
House opting for the RNG manipulation as well. Let's see if it pays off for both of them.
I did notice that House did grab the chaff grenades whilst Joe didn't.
I believe it's because he ran out on the tank. I think he had to grab the chaff grenades to have them for later.
Alright, see Joe move over to the couch, and he does. Ooh, is he a little far forward there? He got the crouch. Oh no! Oh wow, really good. Even gets the punch in. Oh, that's a beautiful start. Doesn't quite get Mantis in the right position. I think he's a little too far over to the right, but that's still a really good start. Oh, pings the chair. That's got the face skip. Just looking at the chat, yeah, just to confirm, when Theory's talking about the RNG manipulation with Mario, it is just a joke.
I wish it did something, but unfortunately not.
Oh, come on, Joe. There we go. Little bit of a stumble at the end there, but that does not give House a lot of wiggle room to catch up on this fight.
We'll see which one he goes for. He does have more SOCOM ammo, so looks like he's going for the vase strat.
Gets the shot.
Oh,
doesn't land the punch.
Doesn't get the punch.
There it is. Oh, and he just runs back in a little too quickly. But he is still set up for the phase skip. I just hope he doesn't get hit by a chair. No, he gets hit by a chair. Just as Joe manages the Meryl skip there. That was nice. House did get the phase skip there. Let's see if he can finish the fight off. J93, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. And one more
There
shot and
we
he's
go.
down.
Sorry, having to backtrack for the PSG one. But not having to backtrack all the way.
That's no doggo hits for Joe so far. House's turn. Playing it safe. Oh, and Snake was aiming at the pupper. He got dogged.
See if he gets the
It's gonna play it safe
Yep.
with the headshot. Just Joe's on his way back in.
still pretty close.
I think Joe with this section and with Mantis has edged slightly further ahead. But there is a big couple of time swings that could happen soon. Wolf 1 can be a fickle foe, and then of course there is the prison roll. Let's see how Joe's Wolf goes. Looks like she's immediately hiding behind the pillar there. Oh, she did like a little. That was a weird little turn she did as she sort of circled around. Nice quick shot there.
You want to be hitting the headshots.
Yeah.
Not easy though.
Two body shots in a row there, and she's straight behind the pillar again. This is she is not being nice to him. One more one more headshot. Oh no, only lands the body, and behind the pillar a third time, but he's done.
There we go. Not too bad of a wolf. She didn't stay behind too long. Thank God.
Oh, House being brave, opting to just grab the PSG-1T, not grabbing the extra ammo. Perfectly fine to do, you just got to make sure that you're accurate.
Yeah, it could pay off. If he gets better RNG.
Oh boy. I think we've got a Merrill game. It looks like, well, at the very least, Joe is attempting to save Merrill, as he's quite famous for doing so. I'm going to assume that means that both runners have agreed to this, otherwise House is going to suddenly take a lead.
Yeah, I think House will attempt to save Merrill as well.
All right, let's see his Wolf 1. Oh, she's not hiding, but she is immediately taking her shots. Okay, now she's hiding. Good second shot. Oh, he just couldn't quite line it up.
That witch! She took my clothes! Shut up in there, will ya? Hey, shut up in there, will ya? Hey, hey,
Good finish though.
There we go.
hey, hey.
It's not easy to get the precision aim. You need to hit the headshots.
Shut up in there, will ya? Hey,
Stick tends to move the scope a lot more than you would
shut up
expect
in
it
there,
to.
will ya? Hey, Shut up in there, will ya?
Gets the roll.
Hey, shut up in there, will
Joe's
ya?
knocking the wall
Hey,
to try and
shut
cut
up in there,
down
will ya? Shut
Johnny
up in there,
sneezing
will
so
ya?
he can save a little bit of time.
Hey, shut up in there, will
And
ya?
with saving
Shut
Mero,
up
he's
in
going to
there,
want to
will ya?
save all the time he can get.
Yeah.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Well, then let's
Hey.
see if House, you know, did they agree to this? Has House remembered?
Hey.
Yep.
Shut
Yep.
up in there, will ya?
All right, Merrill it
Shut up in
is.
there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in
Yeah,
there,
I
will
think
ya?
is a first for the tournament. I don't think we've seen any
Shut up in there, will ya?
runners agree to
Shut up in there, will ya?
a Merrill race yet.
Shut up in there, will ya?
I mean, it's no big surprise that it's Joe who's in
Yeah.
the first Merrill race.
Joe's well known for
It's
always
showtime.
picking a Meryl ending,
Ocelot wants you.
even on big boss runs,
Oof.
which is hard enough. It does mean they'll have 2 rounds of torture,
How did you like
so
that? Shall we go again?
their mashing game needs to be on point.
Doesn't look like either of them are having any problems.
Had enough yet? Oh, we're not finished yet.
They took my suit. Aww.
Well, if you land a prison roll, you'll get it back quicker.
Maybe they just try cleaning it for him.
That's in the box over there. So it's spinning to dry. That's the drying as it spins.
That's
It
the
drains
spin
the water out.
dryer.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why the box spin.
shut up in there, will
Figured it
ya?
out.
Shut up in
All the ammo has been soaked on the base somehow from all the ice, probably. So they have to spin all the ammo boxes to dry them out.
All right, obviously we've got more codec calls in here
Shut
as
up in there,
well.
will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Hey. Oh, my stomach. Damn it.
All right. Joe is going to be getting ready for the prison skip. And there's 4 different ways to escape prison that we know of, at least. There is just leaving normally and not even attempting the skip. There is the throw, where you throw Johnny, immediately leave the room, and then come back in and grab your gear. There is the bonk, which is where you put Johnny in position to bonk through him, and then roll into your ammo, into your gear. And then there is the hard roll, which only, I think, only Alien goes for it, and even now Alien's kind of moved away from it as well. It's very, very tricky.
For a race, it's pretty risky. Usually
Very,
you'd want to
very
go for more consistent strats. Unless you're watching, some people do watch their opponent, so they're able to pick what they want to use.
So at this point, I think Joe's got plenty of time where he could just go for the throw, and that is exactly what he's doing.
It's a
As
safer,
long as he
safer
gets
option.
out in time. Ooh. I hope he's out in time.
He's got his suit. Should yep.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's better.
Him having his suit on is an indicator that it's generally worked properly.
Oh, of course, Merrill ending. They've got to throw the time bomb as well.
Well, you don't have to. You could get all the way to Vulcan Raven.
Not sure you'd manage all the way to Vulcan Raven on on Twin Snakes.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer than the original.
And here's your weekly reminder to follow Apache Smash on Twitter. Right, so with the lead that Joe's got here, like House really kind of has to go for the bonk. It's even then it's not gonna that's not gonna be enough time to pull him back here. But it will give him a slight catch up. But it depends on how House is feeling here, because the other thing is if House fails this, then Joe takes a very, very commanding lead here.
Yeah,
So
it would have to be. I think it would have to be a really rough hind and probably a rough sniper wolf too, to even be able to gain time back.
All right, let's see what House opts for. He's going for the bonk. Oh, he's quite far away though. He
Oh,
bonks him
no.
again. Oh no, and he gets punched in. Oh. Not only does that mean that this escape here is slow, but he then loses another 40 seconds when he gets to the underground passage. That is
That's
absolutely the
unfortunate.
last thing House wanted here.
It's not an easy trick though, so.
Oh, not at all. Very bold to go for it. Joe opts in to grab some PSG-1T ammo there. All right, so as they go into underground passage, you're going to see that Joe's just going to run straight through. Nothing's going to stop him. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for House's visit through the underground passage.
I'll refrain from making a boba skip joke this week.
Oh, I think he just did. Cool. Neither runner getting caught out in nuke building 1, so it's nice to see. Joe on his way up the tower. He's got his M9 equipped, so he's either going for the M9 strat or the mixture.
Fortunately, this section is not exactly that entertaining. It's just a bunch of running upstairs.
Presumably here he's going to be using the M9 for the rest of the journey, because he's only got one stun grenade left. Depends whether he wants to use that here or whether he's going to opt to use that stun grenade for the walkway.
Yeah, I don't know how much SOCOM ammo he has. House not too far behind, but now, as you said earlier, he's now stuck in the 40-second cutscenes in Codex.
His penalty for failing the prison roll. If you're wanting to check out the difference in time between these runners at home, 33:22 was when Joe climbed the ladder at the top of Communication Tower A. Alright, Joe's onto the rappel sequence. Hopefully he knows what he's doing here and can get through this nice and quickly.
Both opting to let everyone know to follow Apache Smash on Twitter.
Apache never does too badly for endorsements on this channel. Oh, Joe opting for slightly different method, but it works. Very clean.
I'm going for the PSG-1T strat on the walkway to deal with the 3 guards at the end.
That would explain grabbing the ammo whilst in the cave.
Yeah. I don't think he had enough SOCOM ammo. Not 100% sure, but I don't think he wanted to spare any of his SOCOM ammo.
A very good question from Wall Guy there. What's the win-loss record for runners who endorse Apache's Twitter? I'd ask House and see if he's got a stat sheet for it, but unfortunately he's a bit preoccupied. Oh, House just going for the stun grenade strat. He has got plenty of them to burn. And now you get to watch both runners just run upstairs. Lots and lots of stairs.
It's that downtime section that every one of these games has.
So at this point, I said 33:22 was when Joe climbed the ladder. So Joe currently has about a 2.5-minute lead here.
It's a big gap, considering. But it's still got the Hind and Wolf 2 to go. So we'll see how those 2 bosses fare for Joe. Infamously, the TTS Stinger is completely awful in comparison to the MGS2 Stinger, so...
Ooh, House just got caught on the steam as he jumped. So it looks like he's just gonna play it safe and he's just gonna keep on jumping down. Oh, he's got there we go. Got onto the ledge there. Right, Joe's Hind begins. First couple of shots really nice. The lock-on's working really well for him. This is really nice. Excellent phase 1 from Joe. Into phase 2. Trying to get as many shots in as possible before the Hind dips down for the first time.
Nice. Managing to hit good shots there.
He should have an opportunity for one more hit.
Yes.
That is brilliant. That is maximum damage going into hide and seek.
Not 100% sure, but that's probably as good as you're gonna get.
Can you land the second shot?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did.
wow.
Yeah.
And here Joe's just not giving House any opportunity to catch up here. Ooh, doesn't quite land nearly a perfect hide and seek as well, but it's really awkward when the Hind goes down behind the building there. But that
Making
was
it look
so
easy.
clean from Joe.
Yeah, he made that look very easy. Reality is, it generally isn't that easy most of the time.
The Stinger worked in his favor. It was being nice to him. As one goes up, one goes down. And at this point here, any little mistake in this fight from House, and it's just a time loss.
Yeah,
Joe,
I think yeah. But,
Joe missed one shot. Oh, House is just struggling to find him. There he is.
yeah, House is looking for a similar fight as Joe's right now.
Oh, is that gonna? Oh, he doesn't.
Well,
Oh, he doesn't get the final shot in phase 1. Oh, nice recovery with being aimed over to the left. Something I've noticed is really weird how sometimes... Oh, that was a really nice blind shot there. But he is struggling a little bit.
doesn't get the chance to get that last shot before he dropped.
He was really struggling with the Stinger's lock on there, and just decided, oh, I'll just do blind instead. Very clean that. How's he going to do with hide and seek though?
Oh, just.
Oh, just.
Joe finishing the elevator fight, it looks like.
Can he land the last one? No.
Oh, came back up though.
All right, and now we're going to see Joe's Wolf 2. Let's see how he fares. This is looking really nice.
She's not
She doesn't.
backtracking
She's not
on
going
him.
to double back.
Nice.
Oh,
She stayed the same direction.
Joe just. He is just not giving any opportunity for House to make a clawback here.
Both those fights were pretty good RNG. He got some really good RNG on both those fights.
House is struggling with the grenades down there. Oh, that grenade's a little early, mate. Oh, I stand corrected. All right, cargo elevator fight for Joe. Not much leeway here. I mean, it can go horribly wrong if you're all over the place, but it's not a particularly difficult one. Oh.
Oh, nice, and he got the quick shot. Yeah. I think it was a heart shot.
And a nice little smiley face.
House now with they're the 4 horsemen, aren't they? That's what they're named. That's what they. I think that's what the
It's
game.
one of the nicknames they're given.
Yeah.
A staple of some of the previous 2D Metal Gear games.
trivial and very easy. You just use one C4 that we have left over from the armory. Kills them.
Alright, is House going to get the same sort of RNG that Joe did with this fight? Again, there's not much he can do here to try and claw back any time.
No, Joe's gotten very, very lucky with the good RNG. House kind of just needs to hope that the game gives him the same,
Takes a
same
shot,
kind of luck.
and she's already hiding behind a tree. He's
Still
getting
managing
shot,
to
but
hit
he's
the
at least
shot.
landing. He's at least landing his own shots. Oh, and she's straight back. Oh, that's a nice shot. But she's hugging the trees. Oh, and he just can't quite connect that shot. Meanwhile, Joe's just absolutely stormed his way through Raven.
Oh, and she peeked on the opposite side, which is
Oh,
much harder to hit through that gap now.
it's a nice headshot to finish, but it's just luck is not on House's side tonight.
Unfortunate, but it's the nature of the game, isn't it?
There's a lot more places in Twin Snakes for things to go astray.
Yeah, it seems so. In the original, it's easier to keep the gap close in a race.
I was playing it safe with all of the stinger ammo and the extra chaffs. I say that though, he's not actually going to use those shafts. It's just all about the stinger over there. Really nice kill on the guard there from Joe. I really want to learn that version because it seems much more consistent to pull off.
So shots and then roll him into the.
I personally go for the shot later and roll into him next to the stairs, so that he goes sort of off to the north. But it's sometimes quite tricky to land that. But I've seen Joe and Plywood both pull off that version where you knock them off to the left, and it does seem to work so much better. Solid Tony, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub.
11 months. Okay, one more.
Joe does not fall prey to the dreaded rope. And the power key doesn't drop into the ditch.
Guess it saves a little bit of time. Or frames, I don't even know if it's even negligible, but
I'd say it saves enough time.
I mean, there is an animation for dropping and getting back up, so.
Alright, House preparing for his Raven fight. He did pick up plenty of stinger ammo. Alright, right now, to be quite frank, House needs a miracle. I'm not sure what form that miracle is going to come from. But
yeah. I think it would have to be an extreme one, like let the emulator crash or something like that, but that's highly unlikely.
we've not
Joe just having
seen... No, go on.
Joe just having a fantastic run. That's just good RNG.
We've not seen any major catastrophes in the tournament so far. We've seen the rope get missed. I recall Akuma missing the rope in one race, but I can't
Yeah.
recall any other rope misses.
I think there was just that one.
And I think we've seen the rat kind of get away a little bit.
Yeah, nothing too bad. I don't think we've seen any boss fights get too out of hand.
Certainly no crashes or any reason to swap over to RTA rather than IGT yet. So fingers crossed, touch wood.
Yeah,
Right, so Joe on his way to heat the POW key just as House first enters the underground layer. Oh, House there taking out that guard. That guard being slumped there on the floors. Just going to slow him down just a little bit. Oh, he didn't actually take that guard out. Oh, he's got an alert. Run, House, run!
I think I just forgot to turn my phone off there. My bad.
I don't think that alert there is going to cause House any problems. It should have ended as he comes out here, and that guard still being alive isn't. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, it's the guard on the left that's still alive, not the guard on the right. Normally, if you knock out the guard on the right, he eventually gets back up, but he never crosses your path, and there's no problem with him not being dead. The guard on the left, I'm actually not too sure about.
I think it should be fine.
Thank you.
Joe has now finished his POW key sequence.
Another week. I've been fooled. It's the sunglasses.
Oh my gosh, we were wrong. It was liquid all along.
Every week. It gets me. Once again, I'm not going to attempt to do an accent. Well, I say an accent. It is my accent, but I'm not going to attempt to do it.
You just can't quite beat Cam Clark, can you?
No. He has a penchant for voice acting.
Joe opting to take some movement forwards. That's really clean there from Joe for phase one. Moved around really nicely.
No missed stingers, which is quite easily done. Just a slightly off timing.
So what we see is phase two. As House puts in the cold power key. And this is absolutely spot on from Joe.
Yeah, phase two didn't miss a stinger missile there either. Now, will he go for the JM chunk roll? Or will he go for the new infinite punch that I believe Blue Mel came up with recently? Oh, looks like yeah, opting for a lottery roll.
And with this setup, you get a few attempts to try and land it. Oh, that's nice. Again, Joe just does not want to give anything away.
You couldn't ask for a better roll there, I think.
Absolutely tenacious. And if the
time that
stat,
he's put. Oh, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, if the stat sheet is up to date correctly, Joe's current PB is a 54.44. I would not be surprised to see this being a big improvement on that.
Yeah, I'd expect it to be a PB. The time that he's put into this game, though, he's just showing, you know.
Oh, of course. Actually, I've just realised that PB won't include a Merrill ending. So I think if it hadn't been for them saving Merrill, this would almost certainly be a PB. Because there's very little that's gone wrong here for Joe. A few optimizations here and there, but for the most part, this has been so clean.
Now on Metal Gear, let's see. He gets the same RNG. Not even RNG. Just the timing on the shots.
Not quite as clean as Joe's, but not too bad. As Joe prepares to face off against Liquid one last time.
Not sure how he survives the fall. You can tell Snake that Snake will die if he falls, but Liquid doesn't.
Well, Liquid's reasoning is that as long as Snake lives, he can't die. Which is that really weird sort of voodoo twin thing. Do you feel each other's pain?
Yeah. Spoilers, that's not true. There's no link other than the fact that they're made from the same genes.
If one dies, the other dies, and if you shoot Mario, you get perfect rats.
To be honest, I joked about the RNG manipulation, but Joe shot Mario.
It worked in Joe's favour.
He did get good RNG.
And
Hau5test going for the JM chunk. See, can he get a lottery roll as well? Ooh.
it's gonna try. Oh no, I think he's just gonna go for a good old-fashioned PPK. Ooh, just struggling a little bit with his spacing.
I wonder if he's watching. I think he is. Now he's going to switch to the double combo.
And Liquid's down. Yeah, just to confirm there for the chat, we do have 2 more races coming up this evening. The winners' semi-final Tyler 2022 versus Alien, followed up by Volcanic Akuma versus Blue Metal. These are the top 4 seeded runners, all facing off against each other. It
You're
is
doing the
not
comms for
gonna
that as
be
well, aren't you? Second race.
races to miss.
Snake, it started. Get in.
In-game time coming up soon for Joe here after the Ocelot speech.
And remember, folks, when you see Joe's in-game time, you do need to remember that they did both save Meryl. I'm not actually sure how much time saving Meryl adds on. So if anyone does know, please feel free to enlighten us.
Here they come.
You'll never make it. Snake, clear a path.
Tyler.
55-54.
Very good time.
With saving Meryl. That is incredible.
Yeah, that's a really good time.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Whoa.
Joe, what was that?
Hey, I was just having a good time, man.
that was
Yeah.
an incredible run.
That was. I mean, you couldn't ask for better RNG, I don't think, in a race.
Yeah, I actually didn't have my splits open, so I wasn't really sure if I was on PB pace or not. I just pulled them up now, and I'm actually 2 seconds over
Oh,
my PB pace for a Meryl ending.
that is very good. 2 seconds.
You know, but I got to give it up to House, because, I mean, he definitely played it the best he could. I believe he went for prison roll. I chose not to. I was very shaky about it leading up to the race. I was only going to do it like as a last resort if I had to. But no, I mean, it just felt like any other run to me. You know, of course, got to keep the memes alive. You know, and that Mario statue in the lab actually does do something. You know, the one-up just fictitiously gives you good RNG.
I called it. I called it for both. Both of you shot it, and I called it, and it paid off.
Yeah,
It's-
but... Oh, I'm
gonna
sorry,
say,
go ahead, man.
It's funny because Theory was joking about it at first, and then we had a couple of people in the chat who actually thought it was a thing, and we had to say no, it is just a joke. And then we saw the rest of the run and like, is it a joke? I don't think it is.
Yeah, it was a little bit spooky when the run went as well as it did.
No, but it was just, yeah, what's up, House?
Hey,
What's
House.
up?
Hello.
Oh god, that tank was miserable. The rest was fairly okay, but dear lord.
Oh, you struggle with the tank too?
It felt like a 10-minute tank, I swear.
I
It's
mean,
a run.
Gunner 1
Hmm?
was fine for me, but the last
Yeah.
like 2 shots on Gunner 2, it got away from me. I didn't even get the fourth
Yeah.
shot, which I already knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah, the first one was away and then the rest just collapsed. I could have maybe better reset, but it's hard to judge in a race really what's better. So, Oh well.
I do have one question. Did you try to go for prison roll?
I did try. I was a bit too close and then Johnny punched and I misjudged. I thought I could, run into him now for the third bonk because I do 3. Unfortunately, I got, pushed over the edge and failed. So that's the
Yeah,
right
I
one
was-
for the stats.
Yeah, I mean, I was really thinking about going for it, but it was like 50-50 when I was in practice. And if it was really close, I was going to perhaps, maybe gamble with it.
Yeah. This is still the best run of the evening, I swear, guys. I had 3 warm-up runs today, and it just didn't click.
You
It
know,
is what it is.
since you had more alerts than me, I mean, you should get some like bonus points on that stat sheet of yours.
It's also the first time we used that many rations. That's very interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I got to give it up to you, man. I appreciate your racing. I know it's late by you, and
Yeah.
for those watching, we had this gentleman's agreement, to run with Tuxedo Merrill, and not everybody does that. So I just want to thank you for playing along, dude.
Of course. As I said earlier, I wanted to go out in style, I guess. I said that towards you, but in the end, I went out in style. But it was stylish in the end, nonetheless. Before we go, I have one quick thing to say. I just wanted to shout out quickly everyone at MGSR for doing the tournament, Tyler for teaching me in the beginning, and of course, all of you right here in the audience. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course, enjoy the rest of the races. It's going to be hype.
Oh, that was lovely, House.
Yeah, everything he said.
What he said.
Well, those are your 2 times. JosephJoestar316, House 1 hour and 34 seconds. That does sadly mean that House is now eliminated from the tournament. Joe goes through to the next round. But don't go anywhere, folks. We've still got 2 more races for you this evening, and we're about to see some of the top-seeded runners face off against each other. Don't go